Am I the a-hole for telling my father to make sure he cherishes his other son because he is now the only one he has left? Full story with update. Made this account a few days ago and debated on actually posting about this because it's stupid, but here I am. So, I am 17 and graduating high school this year. My parents divorced a long time ago when I was just shy of 2. My dad remarried and my mom remarried, then divorced again and is currently single. My dad had another son with his wife and he is 14. Since my half-brother was born, he has taken more importance than me. I was told that I'm the older brother, so I should be stronger and not make a big deal out of it. I was 9 years old, standing looking out the window, waiting for my dad to show up, just for him to call my mom to tell me he can't make it because his other son has a dentist appointment and he's freaking out. It was literally just a checkup. Yeah, sure. Understandable. Let me just go F myself. Stupid things like that. He ditched my sport games for random reasons. Not even just because of my brother. He didn't come to my talent show when I was 15 because he didn't want to. That's it. Didn't want to. No plans, nothing he had to be at. Just didn't want to. I spent months learning guitar and a song to play for him since he loves guitar and he loves that song. Oh, well, let me go F myself again. My parents don't have a good relationship, but my mom doesn't keep him from me. I've heard their conversations and he just doesn't want to be there. I don't know why. At one point I asked my mom if he really was my dad and she said yes and asked why I'm saying things like that. I asked, why does he hate me then? It was an emotional moment, but it passed. That happened just before my 17th birthday, and since then I've just kind of stayed in my lane. If he reached out to me, I'd say hi, but I wouldn't ask him anything. I wouldn't hug him if I saw him. I wouldn't beg for time together. Kind of indifferent, I guess. Not saying he was never in my life, but he was really only there for the moments that literally any other person would call him a dick for if he wasn't there. Birthdays, short visits on Christmas, had surgery when I was younger, and he was there for that. Anything else though, and he was busy 70% of the time. Well, last week he told me he regretted being so absent in my life. He told me he had pre-planned a trip for him to drive me to college when I start. We would leave immediately following my graduation, and we would just drive across the country. I've not been accepted to any college, but I've spoken to the one I want to go to, which is in Washington, and it's basically guaranteed with my grades. I told him don't bother, and he should spend the summer with his son. I do want to say that I've never said no when he's asked to hang out or talk on the phone. I always said yes, even when I didn't want to, just to keep the peace and not cause issues. As far as I'm concerned though, I don't have a dad. I have a mother and a man who occasionally spares time for his other kid. He didn't like my reply and said I'm his son too. Lol. Not gonna lie, I laughed and asked since when. We kind of fought after that and didn't end on a good vibe. I told him I was planning on dropping contact when I turned 18 since he was probably gonna do the same, so why bother keeping this relationship alive when he's never wanted to know me and I stopped wanting him to. He's been trying to reach out, but I shut it down every time. He's dropped by but I don't see him. When he calls me, I decline, and when he messages me, I ignore. Yesterday I messaged him this. Hi Dad, please stop trying to talk to me. I truly want no relationship with you. You never wanted one with me, so I don't see why you're acting so hurt by this. I don't know if you ever gave a F about me because of your own hate for me or your wife who never let me come over, but I don't know, and I don't care. I realized I do not have a dad a while ago and really accepted it recently. I'm not mad, I just don't care. Keep the same energy now that you've had the last decade and chose to stay away from me. I hope your relationship with your son stays just as important to you because he's your only kid. Have a good life. Dad told my mom and my mom's mad at me and told me I should give him a chance because he's trying. She's not wrong. I do feel kind of bad because I could tell when he was describing our trip he was excited, but oh well. I wanted a dad to be proud of my achievements and my grades, but instead, I got a good job card from a drugstore and a heck, I'm proud of you text. Really sincere. Mom's still trying to guilt trip me and I'm starting to feel like I should just do the trip then block his number when I'm at college. It's another year of faking smiles with him and I just don't want to do that. It would be easier though. I don't know. Am I a dick for all this? Update. Hi, I wasn't going to make an update post, but more and more people kept asking for one, so here I am. I'm sorry I stopped replying, but the post got attention and I freaked out a bit. I stopped replying, but I didn't stop reading comments and the 100+ DMs people sent me. This won't be long. A lot of people told me to confront my mom on why she was pushing so hard, and I did. After a while she gave in and told me we should ask my dad over. 25 minutes later, we're all sitting in my living room, and they tell me my dad has cancer and he won't be getting through it. He won't be here for my 21st birthday. and he won't be here for my college graduation. He won't be here for my wedding or when I have kids. It's different when someone won't be there, but could be as an absent parent is. Some of you suggested to go no contact for a few years and reassess later. Well, I can't do that. People told me to ask myself if I'd miss him if he was gone and if I would want him back in my life. I don't know what to say. Who doesn't want a father in their life? Yes, I seemed indifferent in my post, and I really felt that way, but damn. He's not going to be here, so I don't really get to take my time and go to therapy, which almost every single person suggested. If I only get to have a dad for a year, then I'm taking it. I'm going on the trip with him. They made it very clear there's a chance he won't be here. And if that happens, he wants me to go with my mom. He'd planned for us to see the country, see where he grew up, and make memories together, so I'd have something. I know people will be mad with what I'm doing. I'm sorry. Thank you for your advice and your personal stories to try and help me decide on what I should do. Is he just doing this now to clear his conscience? Probably, but I don't care. He won't get to see either of his kids grow up. I think that's punishment enough.